Where to start? Okay, so this is my very first video review ever. And today I'm going to be doing it on The Great Wall. The movie was pretty shit. It was pretty shit. It lacked a lot of story. There was like bare minimum story. It's not that Matt Damon makes the movie terrible, even though he's got a half American, half Irish accent in it. And even though it sounds stupid, just wait till you see it. It's like halfway through speaking, he goes into this terrible Irish accent, and then he just switches back to American because I guess he just couldn't care less. And so it's not that makes the movie terrible. It's the poor writing and bad execution of everything. Like, everything is a deus ex machina. It'll just save the day. He chops off this monster's hand. All of a sudden, it's like, how did you do that? They're very strong. Oh, it's probably because of this magnet that I had in my backpack. Why do you have the magnet? I was going to make a compass. Okay. Like, just write it in. There you go. And like, the writers of the movie were Tony Gilroy, who wrote the first 3 Bourne films and Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and Max Brooks, the guy who wrote World War Z novel. Like, you'd think that there would be some type of like decent writing in here, but there isn't. Like, some of the lines are terrible as well. Some of the lines are terrible. There's a scene where he's like hanging off the side of the Great Wall, and this girl's like, "You have to trust me," and he goes, "What if I don't have trust?" But, wow. Like, there's a rope attached to your back, bro. Just trust the rope. You've already seen that it works. It's just terrible. It's just terrible writing. It was filmed at like the start of 2015 as well, so we're talking like a 2-year-long production, and the CGI that came out of it is absolutely atrocious at some points. Like, the first 2 minutes of the movie, they show the Great Wall and they're doing like this aerial shot, and it's like zipping through the wall and whatnot. And I've seen video games from like 10 years ago that are better than that. It was stupid. It set the whole entire feel of the movie up as shit CGI, terrible writing, and just bad execution from the get-go. Like, if the movie was directed by someone else, like Stephen Chow, and it was an entire Chinese cast, they just took Matt Damon and Pablo Pascal out of it. Not saying they're shit, but they're not that good. But take them out of it, replace them with actual Chinese actors, make the entire film in Chinese, so don't have them speak in broken English half the time. And you had a director like Stephen Chow in it who can blend oddball comedy and oddball fantasy action together quite well, as you've seen in Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle. The movie pretty much would have been a great film. It would have been a pretty good film. It would be one of those movies you go and watch and be like, I'm surprised that was really good, actually. It's just turned from that into the new Gods of Egypt. Like, it's this huge $150 million budget film that you go and see to have a laugh because you know it's going to be terribly stupid. Like, you're laughing at how bad it is. Like, there's a scene towards like 20 minutes before the end of the movie where all the people jump down from the wall and see this tunnel that they've built, like see this tunnel that the monsters have built. They've gone through the wall and is heading towards the city, and they're like, we have to stop them reaching the city. And then it shows you the shot of the monsters running towards the city, and there's fucking thousands of them, and it's like, how did you not hear or see them do that? Considering you're always on guard, how did you not hear them or see them? Oh, there's like there's like a scene where he's like climbing this tower, and it's got all these weird colored glass like murals all over it, and the monsters hear him in there, so they start throwing themselves through the glass murals, and this guy's down the bottom and he's like, you need the magnet to win, and he throws this magnet like fucking 400 feet in the air, and this girl catches it with a spear. It was fucking stupid, and it made no sense. Like, the main Chinese girl in it, the Commander Lin Mei, literally just looking that up now, that's how much I forgot, was played by Tian Jin. I've never heard of her before, but apparently she's going to be in the new Pacific Rim 2 King Kong movie, Skull Island. So she's breaking out into America. That's pretty good, I guess, you know. And if she had to do this movie to get into that, good on her. But she's probably the only thing in this entire movie that's actually good. That and the costumes. Actually, the costume design in this movie was pretty cool. There's some pretty sweet costumes in this movie. But that's not really the reason you want to see a movie, for cool costumes, unless you're into that, I guess. There's this amazing moment where him and his mate have these battle axes. They come out of nowhere. They just pick them up out of their ass or something. They come out of nowhere, and they throw one in the air, and Matt Damon fires off a few arrows, hitting the axe, changing its trajectory in the middle of the air. It comes down, it hits one of these things in the head, and the other dude throws another battle axe, hitting that axe that's inside that monster's head, through its head more, and killing it. Yep. Like, what the fuck? I'm not too sure when John Wick 2 gets released in Australia, but I would have rather if that got released than this. Because John Wick 2 looks fucking awesome. And it looks like they know what they're doing with action movies. Not filling it with CGI shit. So, yeah, go see that movie when it comes out instead of this one. And forget this one ever existed. Because it's pretty bad. There's this fucking scene where they're trying to prove how good of a marksman Matt Damon is with his arrows, right? He's like, give me this cup. And the guy gets a bowl, not a cup, he gets a bowl. And he shoots off one arrow, shoots off 2 arrows, and shoots off another arrow. So 4 arrows, right? One of them hits the cup in midair. It bounces off this pillar. And then another one hits the wall, and it kind of like lands. It kind of like lands on it. And then as it's falling down, the other arrow catches it, and it like is sturdy on the wall. And everyone's like, but it doesn't show the other arrow. He shot 4 arrows, and it only shows the 3 arrows. And everyone's like mega impressed. But you just fucked up their ancient great wall by sticking arrows into 3 parts of the wall. Like, disrespectful much, mate.